Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back in. Today I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Disneyland Forward project since we're getting a little bit more information on that in today's video. And as you can see, I'm back in the office, and the office is a little different from usual, and that's because I'm actually in Michigan for the next few days. My best friend's getting married, so we're out here having some fun and getting ready for all the festivities, and I'll be back in California in just a few days. But besides that, yeah, let's talk about some Disneyland Forward stuff and dive right in. Yeah, Bob Iger was at a conference not too long ago, like a media conference, talking with some peeps, and he did mention the Disneyland Forward stuff and Avatar. And when it comes to Disneyland Forward, we all know that the project has been approved. Well, at least some of you know that the project has been approved, and we saw this coming from a mile away. The city was not going to just throw this in the garbage. I mean, they were going to approve it. Disneyland is the biggest taxpayer in the city, and they're one of the largest businesses in the city. So yeah, everything that Disney wants to do is pretty much going to pass when it comes to expansion on the already existing property. And now that the expansion pads are approved, well, Disney can start working on what these expansions will hold as far as new attractions and theme park space. At least we hope so. They've been saying that they're working on all this stuff, but we just don't know the timetable for a lot of this. And sorry, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on because it's bright, and yeah, this is just a lot easier for me. But yeah, we know that they're talking about building a lot of stuff in the Disneyland Forward expansion pads, but are they going to do it? Is this all just smoke and mirrors? We're gonna find out a lot of information at the D23 event in August. That's when the Parks and Resorts panel is, and that's when like pretty much a lot of stuff will hopefully be revealed. But in this conference, Iger did pretty much confirm that the Avatar experience will be in the Disneyland Forward expansion pad. He didn't make it specific on which pad it will be located in, because remember, when you look at the Disneyland Forward map, there's an expansion pad for California Adventure, and then there's an expansion pad for Disneyland Park. And we don't know which pad they're going to go for, but he did say that one of the experiences in this expansion will be Avatar, and all the other stuff that they have planned is still a mystery, which they will probably announce during the D23 event. But now we have some confirmation on where this ambitious new land is going to be going. And it makes sense in the Disneyland Forward expansion pads, because for a while I was thinking like, okay, if they're going to put it in Disneyland, where are the most logical spots they're going to put it? And the most logical spots would be on the tip edge of Tomorrowland and like a broader Tomorrowland renovation, or on the tip edges of Fantasyland, or maybe in one other location at California Adventure. But besides that, there's really nowhere else you can put something that big in the two existing parks. So the next possible option, well, the Disneyland Forward expansion pads, and you can fit the entire land and then some in both of those spots. Now, a lot of people have said that those expansion pads are going to be like a third theme park. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that the space that's behind the Pixar Place Hotel, like the Simba lot, and then the lots that are right next to the Disneyland Hotel, I highly doubt they're going to connect those to be one theme park. Those will just be expansions to the existing parks because of the ergonomics of the space. Like, you have Downtown Disney there, and they're doing a lot of Downtown Disney work right now. They're adding Din Tai Fung, they're adding a few new eateries on that are right next to Din Tai Fung, and I'm sure they have some work planned for the old ESPN Zone building and then the old Rainforest Cafe building. So it wouldn't make sense for them to just tear all that stuff up or reconfigure the hotel space in order to put a hotel and a new park entrance and all that kind of fun stuff. So these are just going to be expansions, and maybe, if anything, there will be a secondary entrance on those sides. But as far as anything else substantial to call it a third gate, I don't think so. I just think the park sizes are going to expand, and that's why they're talking about Avatar and a few other experiences that could go in these spots. I do love the line from Iger, though. We're not going to be specific about what's going to be in it besides Avatar. So that tells me, like, okay, what else are you guys thinking? Like, what else are they putting into these expansion areas? And another thing that was also pretty much confirmed is that we're not going to see any sort of original kind of concepts like Haunted Mansion or Pirates for a long time. Like, it's probably going to be way past this current leadership when we're going to start seeing stuff like that again. Right now, they're really focused on IP, which, okay, I get it. I would like to see some originality in the parks, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the originality just kind of stems from the IP itself, so you can do something completely new instead of kind of doing a book report attraction or telling the same story over and over again. Like, you know, if you're going to do something with Frozen, well, let's do something completely new. Let's go on new adventures with the Frozen characters. So I hope moving forward when they're talking about how they only want to do IP in the parks. Well, let's do some news stories with the IP, and then maybe we can meet in the middle as far as originality. Now, as far as when they're going to start work on all this kind of stuff, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think they're going to start work on the Disneyland Forward project for quite some time. The first business that they have to take care of, like the first order of business, is the parking structures. They need to build the infrastructure in order to hold all the extra people that will be coming to the resort when these expansions are done, or at least the first couple phases of them are done. So they need to build the infrastructure out. So the two new parking structures, I think there's two new parking structures. And then obviously they're gonna do another downtown Disney district over in the K lot, which is like the Toy Story lot and the cast parking area. I don't know if it's cast parking anymore. I think it's former cast parking, because that's where I used to park when I used to work there, and I hated it. But I feel like all that infrastructure is going to be done first before we start seeing some serious work happening on the expansion pad that's next to Disneyland and California Adventure. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really want Disney to step up when it comes to building these things a lot faster. You know, I don't need to be 90 years old when Avatar opens. You know, like I would like to see Avatar on our coast a little bit sooner than later. We need to start seeing that turbocharging that they've been talking about for the past couple of years. And again, I think a lot of this will be revealed during the D23 Parks and Resorts panel. I think a lot of stuff, not just at Disneyland Resort, but around the world, will be revealed. I think they're going to talk about some expansions at Magic Kingdom, which will be really nice. A lot of, you know, rumors going around about the Villains Land, which I think would be some great competition to the Dark Universe Land at Epic Universe. That would be awesome. And then maybe some expansions to Disneyland Paris. Like honestly, out of all the parks, really, the one that needs the most help is Disneyland Paris. I feel like Disneyland Paris needs a lot. And Iger even commented about that too, saying that they have plenty of space to build at Disneyland Paris. And there's more in the pipeline here in the coming years with their, you know, when it comes to building new experiences, they're going to get started on a lot of new stuff. So that's a good thing. I think Disneyland Paris needs a lot of work as far as adding new attractions, because Disneyland Paris proper hasn't seen a new attraction in years. It's been so long. It's a beautiful park and I love it and I can't wait to go back, but it's time that Disneyland Paris gets these expansions. Now, I do wonder if they're going to try to get something open in time for the Olympics, because remember, the Summer Olympics are going to be in Los Angeles in 2028. So maybe since the Disneyland Forward project is approved, they could have been working behind the scenes on these expansions and they can move forward very quickly in time for that 2028 deadline, or it could be in the 2030s. I'm thinking at Disney's current pace, it's going to be in the 2030s. But again, I hope I'm wrong. I would love to see this stuff earlier, because after Tiana's Bayou Adventure, there's really nothing. And that's not just here, or not just over there in California, but at Walt Disney World as well. There's really nothing in the pipeline that is being built at this moment after Tiana's. Animal Kingdom is supposed to be getting its expansion over there, and we've seen some hints and dabbles about that, but again, no confirmation. So a lot will be revealed at D23, and I think it's going to be a very exciting announcement day. But I'm glad that at least Iger's making it a little bit more clear as to where this Avatar expansion is going to be going. And I like that he's confirming that, hey, yeah, Disneyland Forward, this is where we're putting it. We're going to put some more stuff in here. Disneyland's footprint is expanding. We're increasing the the capacity of things, which is great, because Disneyland, we're very spoiled at Disneyland. And when you take away capacity, it definitely hurts, not just, Disneyland, but any park. So I'm glad that they're moving forward with the idea of like, no, we don't need to take away capacity. Let's continue to add it. And I think an Avatar boat ride would be pretty sick, and a more elaborate boat ride than we have over at Animal Kingdom. I love Navi River Journey, but the problem with Navi River Journey is it's extremely short. Like, it's so short, it's ridiculous. Like, you get on, you put your lap bar down, and then you blink and you're like, oh, well, it's time to get off. So I think doing a more elaborate boat ride with the same technology like Pirates has over in Shanghai would be really, really cool. And yeah, again, all will be revealed soon. At least I hope so. And I just love the theme park wars right now. I don't know about all of you guys, but I love the theme park wars, because a lot of people sometimes get confused when I'm critical about Disney or whatever. It's like, no, I'm critical because I love it. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's on top. We as a consumer win. We always win in the end, because we get to experience all these amazing attractions at Universal, at Disney, at Cedar Fair parks, at Six Flags parks, and at all the other parks around the world. So, I mean, the theme park wars are great. And I just hope it continues to heat up, hotter and hotter and hotter every single year. But that's going to do it for today's video. Very quick walk and talk And I just had to talk about this because now that Disneyland Forward is approved and Iger has pretty much confirmed that Avatar will be going in this expansion pad, I feel like I just had to jump on and talk about it because I love chatting about theme parks. And if you love chatting about theme parks as well and you love these videos, well, be sure to hit the like button and also continue the conversation down below in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel and you love these theme park videos, well, you should consider subscribing because I don't just do these walk and talk videos. I'm actually in the parks vlogging and giving you updates and a bunch of other fun stuff from some of your favorites, from all over the place. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff this summer that you won't wanna miss out on. So again, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that. It's free, it doesn't cost a thing. And one last thing, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You can follow that link down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the park. Bye.